getting ready to kick off the end of the regular season from Daytona.
Great push from Joe Logano to get Kevin Harvick out to the lead. That outside line starting to organize those. Logano just trying to get up there to block it, but can't. A little bit too late there. Big run. Keselowski, Truex down the back straightaway and going into the lead.
Now Joe Logano in that 22 car. Now he is to the rear bumper. Kevin Harvick going to push that bottom line. It's going to move Kevin Harvick with forward momentum off of turn 4. Truex to the bottom of the block.
Manufacturers will work together, but when an opportunity presents itself, these drivers are going to take it. Things happen in a split second. It can change just that quickly, and those are the decisions that have to be made as well. We see Matt DiBenedetto in the 21, that fluorescent yellow, number 21, now in the middle, kind of stuck in no man's land.
Yeah, Logano ahead of him. He jumped to the middle to try to make a forward advance. See how that works? And Hamlin, now he's in the middle. Now you got a really good line of cars formed up in this middle line.
I think Hamlin wanted to go to the middle there, but now he's forced into the center, getting some help.
3 wide now at Daytona. There goes Eric Jones in the 20.
And 3 wide for many, many rows. Not a lot of comfort in the middle, not a lot of air on your car. What does Brad Keselowski do? Does he block the middle? Does he block the bottom?
It's not going to stay like this, but right now,
there's the 96. He's going to go. Denny's always been one that's like, hey, if you want to try, we'll try. I don't mind going to the back, trying to work my way back to the front. Denny's good to pull out and try to break up this high line express.
Junior, this earlier in the race, do you think someone like Denny is just using this to see, does it work? Can we clear a car?
He just gets bored riding up in the high line. He just doesn't want to do that. He wants to race.
2 cars in front of him. They just pulled to the bottom. So now that line at the bottom has more cars. Suarez decided, yep, not enough, had enough. He went to the top to fill that hole that these 2 drivers came to the bottom. Here they go again, trying to get locked up. Look at that run it's going to create on the bottom.
3 Joe Gibbs Racing cars were lined up there, nose to tail. Now they're spread out, the 2018 and 11.
Behind them, Matt Kenseth in the middle, trying to make a run up to the front. Matt Kenseth, he wins this race. He goes to the playoffs. So we go back and watch. See Kyle Busch in that green car. Eric Jones in the blue car, the 20 car in the front. Kyle runs up trying to push him, to help him. When he does, he doesn't center it up very well, and Eric Jones has a lot of work to do. When you hit bumpers like that, it really propels the guy forward, but you have to be lined up correctly. If not, it can shoot the car in front of you to the left or to the right. Now all 3 of them, 3 Joe Gibbs cars pushing each other. Look what's going to happen with that bottom lane. That's going to give them a lot of forward momentum right here.
Big runs coming from behind.
Reddick, big run. Here comes the 48. Jimmie Johnson, how aggressive will he be? Byron also moving. The double yellow line is out of bounds. They can't go below that and make a pass.
3 wide here with Blaney.
That's going to slow that lane down. It's going to be hard to help from behind right now.
Reddick went up to side draft, trying to side draft Logano for the win of stage 1. Logano on that high line holds him off. He'll win stage 1 at Daytona.
So you take off and you do what Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is doing right now. You're not trying to gain spots. You're not trying to gain track position. You're trying to save fuel. Stay away. Never go full throttle. Use that draft to pull your car. If you ever wondered what the draft does at Daytona, this is clearly it. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., you see the dots. He's not even half throttle, and he's keeping up with the cars in front of him. That's because there's no air that he has to drive through. There's a bubble in front of him that he can just ride in. And now he's going full throttle to keep a certain distance from those cars in front of him. That's how effective the draft is at Daytona.
And people want to know, why does if he can run full throttle, why don't he just pull out and pass him? Well, if he goes to that bottom and runs full throttle, he'll go to the back of this line. All these guys running half throttle will go by him in the draft. It's crazy.
And Rick, here's that second pack of Chevrolets trying to catch that other pack. I've been told that 4 is not quite enough. They need more than 4 to outrun that big pack. So here's Byron back here, the 3rd car back. He was alone for a while. Finally, he found his Chevrolet friends here. They're working their way up toward that other pack that all pitted on lap 65 under green.
So basically, Rick, you have a big split strategy. Kyle Busch is leading the race. You're going to see the 96 of Suarez may go by, and this could help Kyle save a little gas. But you have a group of cars out here, can't quite make it to the end of this stage. You have a group that think they can. A caution will change everything.
Ty Dillon, Suarez. Ty Dillon's going to go to the inside here of Suarez. Bubba Wallace, Corey LaJoie, all these guys clearly don't feel like they need to save. They're going to go up here, and that's great for Kyle. He can get behind these guys and start to run a little part throttle, start to gain back some of that fuel mileage that he's looking for. Another car really not looking to save. Denny Hamlin pushing hard on the back of Corey LaJoie down the back straightaway.
All that
real hard.
All that action with all of this turbulence being created, thrown up in the air, that's helping that 21 car who's back in ninth right now. The more cars get in front of him, the more he can save fuel. If he can go this whole way and the cars in front of him can as well, look at all the points he is potentially losing. He was in the inside in the wrong lane. The faster lane went around him, and now he's trying to play catch up. Kyle Busch sliding in. Stenhouse cut him some slack right there.
This is the, if you don't have enough fuel, stay left. If you have enough fuel, go right.
Barney.
I think Matty D's a little frustrated by that. If you'll remember, he was in the front of the pack of all these Fords that pitted in lap 54. Joey Logano jumped out, went first. Matt was making a plan to be the guy who jumped first, but now he's in a position where he might get very little stage points sitting in 8th, and he thought he would be leading this pack.
Well, you got to be the guy that makes the choice first. You can't sit there and make a plan while everybody else is already making their moves. Matty D is in a position where he can't be apprehensive. He has to come into this race knowing exactly what he needs to do. Be on the offense, taking every run he gets.
He went with a big block right there. That's going to slow that line down.
Almost got sideways. Boyer, though, up to second. Now he'll drop back a bit. The 48 of Jimmie Johnson trying to find someone to work with to get up front. Logano blocks again. Joey Logano out front. He won stage 1, looking to win stage 2. Boyer, Martin Truex Jr. fighting behind him for position. Coming through the triangle again. Logano does it again. He'll win stage 2.
Jimmie Johnson fifth.
Byron finishes outside the top 10. No stage points for him. Lost a few spots there in that last lap.
Take a look at the 47. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. aggressive at these super speedways, and he is moving his way up. Side drafting, trying to get that lower line moving. There's the 24 of William Byron right there on the bubble.
There's just so many close calls every single corner with these guys.
Well, he's back here in this position, and just a little while ago, we saw him make an extremely bold move right here to fill this hole. That was so close, Junior. You and I both looked at each other and thought he was wrecked.
Yeah, Jimmy's freaking out right here, I believe, in this position, knowing that he needs to move forward. He just isn't getting the help. He's taking the runs that he's getting, but everybody's pretty much trying to organize this outside groove. But back here in the pack, Jimmie wants to move forward. You can see it on the 21. Real out of shape right there. Hadn't have been a deado.
And that's exactly who Jimmy's racing. Really, at the end of the day, that's the battle right there. That's the battle for this last playoff point.
William Byron is not in the playoffs, stuck behind his teammate Jimmie Johnson. He has to make a move. He cannot sit there and ride behind Jimmie Johnson.
Yeah, but where's he going to go? He's stuck in the bottom 3 wide. There's only so much room.
He's coming to 9 to go.
They all know that. They hear that clock ticking.
Tyler Reddick on the outside in the 3rd groove.
Yeah, Reddick's going to make something happen.
Busch brothers side by side with the lead. Mayhem behind them.
Drivers have to win to make it. Guys like Tyler Reddick, Eric Jones, that outside line, they're doing anything they can to get up here and fight for the win at Daytona.
Kurt Busch battling with his brother.
3 wide behind Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch picking his lanes.
Tyler Reddick has to win. He's put himself in position. So does Eric Jones. Great run here.
Yep, huge run right here.
What does Eric Jones do? He helps his teammate.
Tyler Reddick out front. Now Tyler's going to try to block.
He's in the fence.
Up into the wall he goes. The 18 also in the wall. Eric Jones gets caught up in it as well. The big one does happen. The 47, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., McDowell. Austin Dillon caught up in this. That's Ryan Newman in the 6. Kurt Busch in the 1.
Get the run from the 20 car. Reddick's going to the inside. I didn't think he was going to get clear when Jones went to help, but he did. He goes up to block into that outside line. Some contact there with the 18, both of them in the fence.
And behind him, the 24, the 48, the 21. I think all those three got by with no damage. The 24, we got to get another look at him and make sure he didn't get some damage on his right side. But you said it, Junior, right here, Tyler Reddick clear, way too aggressive of a block. No way Kyle Busch could really do anything there. And then everything behind it just is complete chaos.
A huge hit by that 37
Yeah,
gets
Ryan
turned
Preece.
back up the racetrack.
Yeah, head on into that outside wall for Ryan Preece.
He's had some hard hits this year.
It's been a bad year.
Yeah, JTG Doherty Racing has suffered through quite a few disappointments.
See, the contact right there got they loose. Puts them both in the fence. Man.
This Reddick trying to win this race. All right, let's keep an eye on this next shot.
Yeah, watch Jimmie Johnson in the 48.
There's all three of the point guys all right together in the middle of this wreck. Look at William Byron. It doesn't get closer than that. Wow. Wow.
Yep, Matt DiBenedetto, Jimmie Johnson, William Byron. The three drivers right on the bubble, all being able to get through. And now the red flag gets
You don't
shown.
wish any bad luck on your other competitors, but I bet when they all three escaped and they looked up and saw each other.
Really good save. Oh, big push from Matty D to Matt Kenseth.
Look at him moving around. The 22 is able to save it.
Wow. Kenseth with a big run right here, guys.
Side by side for the lead. Matt Kenseth in the middle, though, is going to help Denny.
Clint Boyer on the bottom of the 14.
Oh.
Now contact made. Kenseth came down. The 14 up. The 9 out of shape. Here comes the 22. Logano's going to take the lead away from Denny Hamlin. 2 laps to go.
Bubba Wallace on the outside.
Big run. Contact made again. Bubba Wallace sideways. Can he save it?
William Byron. They're ready.
Now the 22 goes around.
Hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake.
The car's going to come out now. Big wreck behind him. Bubba Wallace got through. Tyler Reddick hard hit. Jimmie Johnson caught up in the 48.
Yeah, big damage on Jimmy's car.
Watch William Byron. So there's big contact right there with Bubba Wallace. Then William Byron through the middle. Even more contact with William Byron. I think that's where maybe the 22 car lost the right rear tire. Either that or just got turned around.
Yeah, once Joey gets up the racetrack, watch right here. There's contact all the way off turn 4, coming through the trial. Well, Joey makes a big move. Feeling like he's in really good shape right here. Bubba Wallace to the outside. The 11 is to the back of Joey Logano. That gets him into Bubba Wallace. William Byron makes it 4 wide. Now that's when they make the contact, cut the right rear tire. Matty D could not get slowed down, and that's how quickly things happen at Daytona. Just a point of the race where you can't lift. You cannot lift right there.
Watch the 48 and how this happened.
Yeah, Jimmy sees all this going on in front of him and is trying to get out of the gas. Lifting, and Matt Kenseth up the racetrack into the side of the 48. Jimmy clips Tyler Reddick, sends him into the fence. Helpless feeling for a lot of those guys because once you get kind of turned, you're on your way wherever you're going, into the fence or into other cars. See the damage. The splitter has their left front tire locked up on that 48 car, so they're going to have to cut that free to be able to get him rolling. See how he
Your front, you roll
navigates
here,
his
come out of
crash.
3, clear middle. Clear middle, that's the 96 up to the very top. Check here in front of you, stay low, stay low, stay low, check, stay low. Keep coming forward here, got the 48 right here on the apron. Watch that 48 slide back
Right
down.
on with
Keep going forward.
Denny
Clear
Hamlin
back up.
as he gets into the back of the 22 here. This is off the bumper of Denny's car.
Is that covered? Inside.
Clips the 22. I guess the only thing, yeah, if you're worried about William Byron is that left rear tire. The contact that Joey Logano has with the 24, what that damage might have done to that tire when they get this restart, because he's not going to want to give up that first place or second place position.
Hold your line, hold your line, hold your line.
They've already taken the white flag. The next flag will end the race. Mark Truex Jr. out front. Now William Byron fighting on the inside for the lead and the win. They run behind him again.
Stay with your teammate.
They continue to fight.
You're clear.
Through 3 and 4. William Byron looking for his first ever win in the NASCAR Cup Series. A win, a secured spot in the playoffs. William Byron's gonna win. Chase Elliott coming home in second. NASCAR has told us they wouldn't throw the caution if they thought the drivers were not in danger, if they were involved in an accident. They let them race all the way back to the checkered flag. You see the 13, Ty Dillon, hard contact. We saw the 4 of Kevin Harvick also involved. Clint Boyer was involved.
21 of Matt DiBenedetto crossed the line in 12th with a little bit of damage from some of those crashes.
The 48 of Jimmie Johnson out of the playoffs. The 21 of Matt DiBenedetto. Taylor, you can continue crying. We know you're watching at home. Matt DiBenedetto looks to have just made it into the playoffs. And there, the remnants of the 48 of Jimmie Johnson. A 7-time champion.
You better do a hell of a burnout.
William Byron, only the second driver ever to win in the 24. Of course, Jeff Gordon made the number famous.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.